Welcome to Mode Bespoke, I'm Atenas. For today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make a crocheted bra liner. So let's get started. So today we're going to be working on this liner that you can see I sewed onto the inside of a bikini. Now this is the bikini tutorial that I posted last week. So this is that Tunisian crochet one. So as you can see, here's all our Tunisian stitching. So I made this liner because this color was really light and it's a little bit transparent, at least with my skin color. So I had to make a liner for the inside so that I could wear this swimsuit to actually go swimming in. So this liner is really easily adjustable, and all you need is just a hook and whatever yarn you're working with. Now, the sizing of this is really easy to adjust. It's just based on your hook size. So if you want your stitching to be really tight, so you can wear it as a bra itself, then you use a smaller hook. And if you want stitching to be a little bit wider because you're just using it as a liner, you can use a larger hook. So you can use any yarn you want, any hook you want, and you're only going to need to take one measurement. So you're going to measure from the nipple to just below the breast. So this is that same measurement you took last week for the bikini tutorial. So you can use a measuring tape for this measurement, or you can just chain any number of stitches and then measure that up against yourself. Make sure that you write down that chain number so you can use it for the second liner. So you're going to take your yarn, and we're going to begin with a slip knot. So wrap the yarn around 2 fingers. You're going to make a loop, and you're going to insert your hook into that loop. You're going to grab the yarn that's behind the loop and pull that through. Now you just hold it down with your index finger so you can remove your fingers from inside the loop, and you're going to tighten your knot by pulling on the 2 yarn threads. So to further tighten your knot, just pull on each thread individually and you get a slip knot. So chain any number of stitches that you need for your measurement. Now I need a 3-inch measurement, so I'm going to just chain 15. So the 15 is just from that bikini measurement I took when I made a bikini for myself. So to make a chain, you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull the top loop through the bottom loop that's already on your hook. So this one through this one, and that's a chain. So there's 1. So yarn over and pull through, that's 2. Yarn over, pull through, that's 3. And just keep going until you have the chain in the length that you need. Alright, so here's my chain. It measures approximately 3 inches and it's about 15 stitches. So to begin our first row, you're going to skip that very first chain and we're going to work right into the second one. So we're going to work a single crochet. So insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, and then pull your hook out. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook. So there they are. Now to close your stitch, you're just going to yarn over and pull through both loops. For those of you that are more advanced, just single crochet in every stitch of the row. Alright, so to close our single crochet, you're going to yarn over and pull through both of the loops like this. And there you go. So now let's repeat in the next stitch. So you're going to find your stitch, so it's right there. You're going to insert your hook into that stitch, and then you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, and then you just yarn over and pull through 2. And then we'll do one more. Insert our hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So continue to single crochet until you get to the very end of the row. So I'm near the end of the row, and as you can see I have one last stitch left. Now this stitch is going to be a little bit different because we have to crochet 3 single crochets into that stitch. So that's going to create a nice little round, which is going to create this top part of our liner. So it's going to create the round part, give us the turn we need so that we can start working on the other side. So in that one stitch, we're going to crochet 3 single crochets. So there's 1, and we're going to insert our hook into that same stitch and make a second one, and then again into that same stitch for a 3rd single crochet. So when you have all 3 single crochets, it's going to create that little turn, and we're going to work down on the other side of the row. So we're going to loop around this way. We're going to single crochet all the way across. So I'm just going to continue my single crochets, beginning with that 2nd stitch, So here's my thread, just so you can kind of see where I'm at. So I just finished my last single crochet in that same stitch. I'm going to pull on this thread just so I can easily see where my next stitch is, and we're going to insert our hook into that stitch right after that knot. So insert my hook into the stitch, yarn over, and then I'm going to pull up a loop. I have to do it again here because I lost my yarn. There we go. Now we yarn over and pull through 2. And that's it. So now single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end of the row. Once you reach the end of the row, this is what our work is going to look like. So where the yarn comes out, that little yarn tail, this is going to be the top of our liner. So that just makes it a really easy marker. Once you get to this bottom side, we have to chain 1, loop around, and work our way back up. So chain 1, turn your work around, and beginning on that very first stitch of the row, we're going to crochet single crochet all the way until we get to the top. So it's going to be 1 single crochet for every stitch until we get to this top here, and then we have to work another round. Let me work these stitches and I'll see you there. Alright, so I made it to the top of the row again. So we have to create this round. So pick the stitch that's at the center. So whichever the centermost stitch is, you're going to crochet 3 single crochets into that stitch. So there's 1, there we go, and 2, and then 3. And that's all 3 of those in that topmost center stitch. And then you just continue to single crochet in every one of the stitches along the rest of the row. So here's my next stitch. I'm just going to begin there. So single crochet all the way down the row, and I'll meet you when you get to here. So I worked a single crochet in every stitch until I got to the end of the row, and now we have to repeat everything we just did. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work around, and then we just single crochet all the way around. So remember that when you get to this top of the round part, you find the centermost stitch, and you're going to crochet 3 single crochets into that, and then you just work all the way down to the other side. So to know when to stop, so here's my sample. So with that same measurement that we took, so the 3 inches I used at the very beginning, normally what I do is I double it, and that's what I use for the width. So this down here would be anywhere between 5 to 6 inches, depending on the fit. So for this one, it was a little bit less than twice the amount. So instead of using the 6 inches, I went with 5. But that really depends on the project that you're working on. So just double the measurement you took here in the center, and make sure that it's this bottom measurement. But that's it. Once you complete your liners, you can sew them onto your bikini top, or you can just add some straps to them and make a bra. So now to adjust the sizing, so as you can see here, my stitching is quite open. This one's a little bit tighter. So to adjust that, I would just change my hook size. So I'm currently using a 4.25 millimeter hook, and this is a size 3 DK yarn. All I would need to do is just get a smaller hook, and then just begin again. And then to make the sizing larger, so if you wanted a looser fit or a little bit more open stitching, then I would use a larger hook. But try it out, try different size hooks until you get the look that you want. But that's it. So that was our tutorial for this week. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you want to see more of my work, you can follow me on Instagram. To get the PDF patterns to any of the projects you see here on the channel, you can visit my website, and that's modebespoke.com. I'll leave all of the links down in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again next week.